Hey guys, Jared here, and real quick today I'm going to show you a new piece of gear that I'm going to be using this year. It was actually a pretty big decision to go with this, and what I'm talking about is this stand right here. It's a Guidos Web, and if you've never heard of a Guidos Web, it's a saddle type stand, and what I mean by that is it takes place of your harness and it takes place of your tree stand. So you wear it on your back, you know, as you're walking in. It's like a backpack. When you get to your stand, you unfold it, it turns into your safety harness, you strap into it, and when you climb up you actually tether to the tree, and this is what you sit in. So it's a lot smaller, it's a lot lighter than the climber that I was using before. This is my API climber that I've been using for years. This climber with nothing else on it is 28 pounds. That's a beast of a climber. The Web with everything in it that I need to climb, all my ropes, carabiners, my gear bag with hooks and pull-up rope, my 2 sticks, is 22 pounds. So it's a pretty big difference. And if you can see how big the stand is compared to the Guidos Web, so much smaller, thinner. The Guidos is all cloth and straps, and there's a metal fork on it, so there's really nothing on it that can make noise. If you hear this stand, I mean, it clanks and makes all kind of noise, and as you're going up the tree it's super loud. But the Guidos is just all soft and packs down nice, so it's really nice to carry. And there's been a pretty good discussion on Archery Talk about different climbing methods using these stands, and that's what I'm going to go over today, is how I climb with 2 20-inch muddy sticks with webbing climbing aiders on them. They're made for rock climbing. So I'm going to take the Guidos Web, I'm going to put a GoPro on my head, and I'm going to show you the steps that I use to climb the tree with 2 sticks to get all the way to 20-25 feet, all the way to hunting height. So let's take the web and let's go climb a tree. Alright, so I found my tree I'm going to climb, and I'm going to show you how I unpack the web and how I've got everything in here. So I've added this little strap in here. I'll show you a little better once I get it undone. But this strap I've got run through this webbing right here. This came with the muddy sticks, and I use it to go around this fork here, and it holds everything nice and tight. And I use that in place of the leg straps that buckle into here on the web, because this strap here holds everything a little bit tighter. So let's flip the seat down. Here's your 2 sides that actually connect to the tree strap, and I use the little Velcro pads on those to hold them together. Keeps everything in there nice and tight. So undo those, fold those out to the side. Now there's 2 straps that go across the backpack section on the web, and these are actually what's holding my sticks in. So here's the webbing aiders on the sticks, and here's the muddy sticks themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I get the first muddy stick on the tree. Alright, so I got my GoPro on my head, so hopefully I'll be giving you 2 angles right here. But go ahead and undo the rope on the stick. Just let the webbing steps just fall down. They kind of set themselves up to climb. They'll just fall right where they need to be, but go ahead and flip the steps down. And to get the trick to this, to get it as high as you can, go ahead and loop the rope around the tree. Grab it kind of loose and then just flip it like this. Hopefully you can see that. But I can get that up there as high as I can reach. And go ahead, get it into the cam on the stick, run your rope back through in a knot, go ahead and pull down on the stick, and that's it. Your first stick is set, and the top of it is 7.5 feet on average, is what I've found out. So your first stick is ready to go, ready to climb. You just want to make sure that it's laying flat, it's not tangled up, but it's ready to climb. Now I'm going to put the web on, and I'm going to actually hang the second stick off my side, and climb, and I'm going to show you how I get the hunting height now. Alright, so I'm getting the web put on now. Hooking up my leg straps. One thing that I'm going to try today is that the web is a little bit bulky when you're climbing and the fork kind of gets in your way, but I tightened up all the straps on the side of it, all the adjustment straps, so it kind of pulls the seat back and out of your way. So I'm going to try that and see if it helps. So I've got this is the rope that I attach to the tree. This is what I hang off of. Instead of a prusik knot, I've got it's a Ropeman 1. It's an ascender for rock climbing, so it works just like a prusik knot, only it's all aluminum, and you can see it slides up and down the rope. But then these teeth lock it in so it can't move. So this is what I use in place of the rope with the prusik knot. So I take this, I just drape it around my neck. Next, I've got a lineman's belt with a buckle on it. Now, I've been using a rope with a prusik knot, and it's kind of a pain because you can't adjust the prusik knot once you tighten it down. So I'm trying this today, so this is the first run with it, so you guys are going to get to see it, how it works out. So I'm connecting it into the web, and I'm going to leave it loose. Give myself some slack. I'm going to drape it around my neck. Now I've got the second stick. I'm going to hang it off the side of the web. I've got a little paracord loop that I've tied just for this. Alright, now comes the climbing part. Alright, the GoPro's running, so it's going to catch this too, and I'm going to be able to explain it a little better. Alright, so with these web aiders, it's important to get your foot as far in as you can. With sturdy boots, it really helps a lot. And put your foot right into the tree. And before you even take your first step, go ahead and put your hand on the stick and get a firm hold on it, and just go ahead and start climbing up. And as you go, just hold on to the stick. And it's really a lot easier than it looks. Alright, so before I go any farther, I've got my legs hooked in behind the steps on this first muddy stick. I'm going to go ahead and attach my lineman's belt. Now that I've got my lineman's belt attached, I'm going to walk to the top of the first stick. Now I can adjust my lineman's belt. Hopefully you can see. Now I've got room to work right here to hang my second stick. So I grab it off the side of my web. I just repeat the process, same as the first one. Do the same thing on this one. Grab the rope kind of loose and just flip it. Now you're not going to be able to get this one quite as high as the first one just because you're up in the air and you don't have as good a balance, but tie your rope back through, and there's the second stick ready to go. Make sure you got it turned the right way. And at this point I'm going to leave the lineman's belt attached so I'm safe. But you climb the same way. I'm going to loosen the lineman's belt a little bit. Grab the top of the stick and just start walking my way. Walking my way up the stick. I just realized I've got my feet in the webbing here. It's kind of backwards, but it'll still work. Alright, now at this point I'm 15 feet in the air, and it took maybe 2 minutes, and it was super easy to do. So I'm going to show you now how I keep going up the tree with just using these 2 sticks.